We're going to add that to our pan. We're going to turn on our...
Not plugged in.
Not plugged in.
Oh, no, it's
it's actually plugged in this time.
All right, never mind. Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes for your kitchen. Now this week we are doing the Freeform Soufflé, which is a soufflé that can stand on its own without any type of mold and can last for hours if need be. Now if you're thinking, oh my god, that sounds bananas, that's because it is. We are going to show you step by step, Roman's going to do it, how exactly do you make this Freeform Soufflé. Alright, now this one actually, Roman, is not a brand new recipe because we did make it up quite a few years ago. But you kind of put your own spin on it. So do you want to talk about what goes into making the...
Well, this Freeform Soufflé we're doing today is different in one way. Sweet potatoes. Love sweet potatoes. I think it always adds like this really nice sweet but kind of savory element to everything. And for a soufflé, I thought, wow, I think that might be a different nice concept to add, you know, sweetness but also a bit of savory. And we are in season for sweet potatoes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some sweet potatoes to that old dish, but we're going to freshen it up a little bit.
All right.
All right, first thing we're going to do is we have some sweet potatoes that I juiced. So we are going to add that to our pan. All right, so we're going to turn that up, and I have a little bit of cornstarch. I'm going to whisk this cornstarch right into our juiced sweet potatoes.
And the cool thing about this recipe is that you can make it any flavor you want. So if you're like, oh my god, I want to do something different, let us know what that is. The original recipe was blood oranges, delicious. Yep. But I can't wait to see how a savory version turns out because, you know, we don't get a lot of savory desserts around
No,
here.
you don't. So we'll get this up to a boil, and then we'll take it off, and then we'll put it on ice, and then we'll continue with the process.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready to start the second part of this, which will be making the base of the souffle. All right, so we have some egg whites and Versawhip. This is going to be what holds our souffle up and together.
The secret ingredient.
Yes. We're going to bring this up to like a really light bubble.
Okay.
Before we add our sugar. That should last about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay. Well, actually, this would be a great time for me to do our ingredient highlight. So, well, while that's getting to a bubble, I want to talk a little bit more about the Versawhip. If you don't know what Versawhip is, it is a modified soy protein, and it's used in a lot of instances as a substitute for egg whites, specifically in the making of meringues. So if you go onto our website, modernistpantry.com, you're going to find recipes for vegan meringues and the soufflés and a whole bunch of other vegan recipes featuring Versawhip specifically for the meringue property. So you can't make this into an omelet, sorry, but you could use it to either create I think we made like vegan marshmallows with it. So you can use it as an egg white substitute where it whips up, or in this case what we're doing right now, adding into an egg white in order to add stability. So it's a great, very special functional ingredient. Check out all the recipes, blog.modernistpantry.com. And yeah, today we're going to show you exactly what Versawhip can do.
All right, I think we're just about there. I'm going to start slowly adding our sugar.
Yeah, you can see that meringue's already starting to foam.
Starting to foam.
And why do we add the sugar slowly over time?
Because we don't want it to collapse. If we threw everything in at once, it would collapse on itself.
Okay, now how long does this have to go for?
Now we're going to let this go for 10 minutes.
All right, so we'll be back after we have a beautiful meringue.
All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Our egg whites are nice and stiff, exactly where we want them.
Looks glossy.
Very glossy. Look at those peaks. First thing we're going to do is we are going to add 1/4 of these egg whites into our sweet potato and cornstarch mixture. All right, and so you want to quickly mix this up. Careful not to deflate it too much. It's going to deflate, you know, it's my use, so we just quickly.
It has a beautiful orange color right now.
It does. All right, and now we are going to take that and we're going to add that to our whites in the bowl.
Okay, so far not really too different
It's
from
not-
making a standard souffle.
No, this is pretty basically how you do it. The only difference is we're using that Versawhip, which is the secret ingredient. It's gonna hold it all together. All right, I'll just fold that into it. Now we're gonna get this into our pastry bag. That should be enough for what we're doing. And over here we have, excuse me, we have our cornstarch and butter mixture.
Okay, what does that
And
do?
we're going to use this to brush our parchment. The butter and the cornstarch together makes it easier to roll this around our form. Otherwise, it'd be really floppy.
Okay.
The cornstarch gives it that, that body to be able to hold itself up, which is very important.
And I see that the butter and the cornstarch mixture is rather stiff. How
Yes.
long ago did you make this?
I made this probably a day ago.
Okay, so you wanted to have
And
that.
yes,
that
yes, you
whole
definitely
okay.
want it to be very stiff, because what's going to happen is if this was to be if it was too warm and the butter would start to kind of melt a little bit, it would be very difficult to get this parchment paper to form around the form. It would be very loose. Right now, it's going to be nice and thick because of the cornstarch. And that's going to help it hold itself up, especially during the baking process.
Okay, and you're doing both sides.
Correct. I'm also going to use it for the inside of the form.
Okay.
This will make sure that nothing sticks to each other, and we'll be able to remove it very easily once the souffle has risen.
Cool.
All right, so we're going to lay that right there. We're going to take the parchment paper.
So how much are you filling up this ring mold right now?
I'm filling the ring mold right up to the very top.
Of the mold,
Of
not
the
the
mold,
paper.
not the
Right.
paper, right to the top of the mold.
All right.
All right, so that's ready to go in the oven. 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, and we're back. As you can see, we have a souffle. Came out of the oven about 10 minutes ago, standing.
Freeform,
No support.
no support.
What's this little cracker we have underneath here?
It's this nice little maple and pecan
Ooh.
compressed cake.
All right. Now, I guess there's nothing left to do but to
But-
tear into it.
Yes.
So now we're going to immediately destroy this sweet
All right.
potato freeform souffle with a maple pecan cake.
That looks like a big piece. I'm going to shut it down a little bit over there.
I'm going big piece.
All right, okay.
Also, I love this color. I didn't comment on it earlier.
It does
but
look
I
really nice.
absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go big piece too then.
Light, fluffy.
Fluffy.
It's almost like, I'm trying to think, it's almost like the lightest marshmallow that you can picture, like
It's-
eating a cloud.
Yes, it is. A sweet potato cloud.
The sweet potato flavor is definitely there. It's like, it's sweet, but you definitely get that like, That vegetable-
that rooty, earthy
Yeah.
vegetable flavor.
but in like the best way possible.
Yep.
It's super nice, complements the cake, thank
Yes.
you. And I don't know, this is such an unexpected dessert that I think if you came up with it, people would be like, what is that? Is that a giant marshmallow?
I think they probably would be, yeah.
That is a souffle. So get the recipe in the links in the description below. Let us know what flavor you would want to make. And until next week, from here to Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie,
And I'm Roman.
and we transform
Food.